Recently, I shared a series of short 3-minute videos regarding the fact that if the mature spiritual generation, the 40, the 50, the 6-year-old generation, the gatekeepers, do not begin to speak out about the things that are happening in the culture. And I'm not talking about the things that the media is pushing. I'm talking about spiritual things regarding holiness, sanctification, violence, the moral degradation of an entire nation that's coming through the culture, the music, the movies, the television, the hate, the division that's being propagated. And if we don't stand on biblical principles and we don't begin to separate light from darkness, come out from among them and be peculiar holy people, then God will just leave this generation and he will begin to use the children to speak back to you the wisdom and the holiness and the principles that you were too afraid to stand on, or because you were caught up in the propaganda that's being pushed out right now and all of the chaos that you were too spiritually blinded to see. And as I began to share those messages every day, almost every day, I began to see video evidence of this very thing, that if this generation remains quiet, that God will begin to use the children to speak back truth and wisdom to you. So as this video ends, I'm going to begin to show you the series of videos that were just randomly popping up on my feed. And I believe that this was the natural evidence of this very thing that is about to happen, that God is about to use the children. Remember, Jesus says that if a generation will not worship him, that the rocks will cry out. And we worship him in spirit and in truth. So that means light cannot pair up with darkness and begin to put out true worship or to put out truth. And it means that I cannot say that I am a woman or God of truth and I violate his principles in my words. And there has been a clear violation for believers who are coming out and celebrating a person's assassination. That's a clear violation of principles, of godly principles. So check out these next few videos. This is what began to pop up on my feed, and I believe that it is evidence for this very thing, that God is about to use a sanctified, holy generation to speak truth. God bless you.